You ever wanted more freedom in life? Maybe thought that's the answer to life. That's where you're going to get more benefits if you get more freedom, especially when you're young. Well, that's not the case. Less freedom creates more freedom. And what am I talking about? Well, I can't see the camera because the sun's too bright. So I might just try and shift to the shade. There's a few people watching the show, getting excited. But so basically, when you're young, especially even now, you might think, I want complete freedom in my life, do whatever I want, act however I want. That way, I get the best results. It's not true. So, I'll give you an example. Imagine if you had complete freedom over a few cars there, over where you want to drive your car, okay? Just say that wagon, he decides, oh, he wants to drive over here, he's just going to jump over the curb, flip over the little flowers onto the grass, hit a few pedestrians, just drive wherever he wants. Well, it doesn't work. Not only won't be good for anyone else, the environment or the people he hits, but won't be good for himself either. You just can't say, I'm just going to drive through the sand, go through the ocean, someone's tooting and waving for the show. It doesn't work. You can drive wherever you want according to the principled rules that you've learned, okay? So you can't do 400 k's an hour down a 50k street. Won't work. You might run over a dog. You've got to learn the principles, and in them principles you create true freedom and much better results rather than just random hectic freedom. Okay, another example. Say Mozart. I like talking about Mozart, but say Mozart said, well, I want to create music with complete freedom. What I'm going to do is play any note I want, any set I want, any chords I want, any kind of way that I want. Is it going to sound any good? No. It's going to sound terrible, and you won't be remembered for centuries. So what Mozart did, he learnt the governing principles of music. And once he did that, within those principles, he had complete freedom. So within the principles, you get complete freedom, and that gives you much better results. Okay, so everything, you have to learn the principles first. Within the principles at work, you create that lasting freedom. So within the principles of music, there's unlimited amount of things that you can create, unlimited amount of tunes, combinations. There's like, someone told me the other day, there's 43 and 47 quintillion combinations just to the Rubik's Cube alone, and he tried to turn it. He said he could do it, but he cracked under pressure. Not like Brady, Tom Brady, he couldn't handle the pressure, he couldn't do the cube. But even in the cube, there's many combinations of any music that's unlimited. And just about everything in life, it's unlimited, but according to the principles. Okay, you got to follow the principles. Say you're working out, first time, you might, hand switch. You might be a little bit skinny as a runt. You might say, oh, well, I want to bench press 500 pounds. You're breaking the principles. It's not going to work. You got to work out according to the principles that work. So I want to, do squats. If you squats every day, it's not going to work. It's not according to the principles. But in the principles of working out, you follow that, you work it any way you want, you'll get much better results. And that's how it works. Like Arnie, big Arnie, he wouldn't have been the greatest Olympian champion of all time if he hadn't have followed the principles of working out. Now he learnt the principles, then he improved on them, made him even better for himself, but he still followed those principles, didn't he? That's how it works. Of all things, freedom comes from non-freedom, okay? You can't just do whatever you want. You got to learn what works within the principles, and then you follow that. Now, if I could give you another example, try and think one. Say you're making a garden, like the one here. You can't just, I'm going to plant a tree and never water it. Well, the principle is that some trees need water. You've got to water them. So you learn the principles of gardening, you follow it, but there's an unlimited amount of gardens that you can create, okay? You might be going to do a building. You think, oh, I was going to put a brick here and a slab there and run a wire over there and a light up. You got to follow the principles of building the building, okay? But once you do, you know how the buildings work. You might need a team, not just yourself, but you follow those principles of how a building works, and there's unlimited amount of buildings that you can create all sorts of marvelous things. So, same with building the computer. You know, what's his name? Apple Man. Anyway, the big Apple too. He done a pretty good job, but he learnt the principles of, computers, then within those principles you can create whatever you want. So that's where true freedom comes from. So drop a line and subscribe. Tell me what you think of that. Sometimes you think freedom's the way to go, but you got to learn the principles first to get the freedom. That's how all things. You might be a master artist, a master painter. You can't just do this, close your eyes, have your eyes shut then. I think you're going to get something great. You're not. You've got to learn the principles of artwork. You use those principles, you apply it, and you can paint unlimited amount of things and unlimited amount of ways within the governing principles that work. Bit of a tree there, just thought I'd show you out. So that's this week's lesson. Subscribe, thumb up. I've got 2 subscribers, I want to get 3. So be number 3, and I'll give you a thumb up reply. And that's this week's lesson, okay? For more freedom, first learn principles, stick within the principles to create a freedom that is 1,000 times better than just doing any ragged thing that you like, okay? So that's it. Drop a line below. I'm just gonna have a couple of beers within those principles. Catch you later.